After last Sunday's big win against the Bengals, the Minnesota Vikings are now getting ready to face off against another familiar foe, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron, he's with a new team, the Pittsburgh Steelers, in the first NFL game ever played in Ireland this Sunday.
Ooh, I got Vikings insider Cody Benjamin, CBSSports.com, here to break it all down. Okay, so if we had talked to you a week ago, we'd be sharing a very different story. Get us up to date on what you see happening in Ireland.
Well, it feels like we just talked about this with Aaron Rodgers overseas last year. Time flies, and already a new team for him. I mean, a new team for the Vikings, too, just from a week ago, like you said. I think Vikings fans can take a little bit of a breath after seeing what the defense did against the Bengals. I mean, I don't know that any of us anticipated to that degree, kind of purple flying all over the place, and the takeaways that they had. And then Carson Wentz, I mean, it helps when you have such a cushion to come in as the emergency quarterback, but he basically had to just not have the most disastrous game of his life to get out of there with a win. Yeah. But he for the most part was solid. He brought some stability. After the first few weeks with J.J. McCarthy, everyone's a little uneasy because we thought this was going to be a seamless transition. Right. Carson Wentz stabilized things a little bit, so did the defense. So I think take a breath.
Okay, so we're not going to get another 48-10 blowout like we saw at home in Minneapolis. Give us a realistic expectation as far as what Vikings fans can expect for this game. What should we look for?
Well, it's going to be, with the Steelers, it's always grimy, grind it out, close game. Yeah. Mike Tomlin's team as an underdog, that's usually, you want to be a little bit weary there of betting on the team that's favored. Ireland, there's some, Pittsburgh's ownership, they have some connections to Ireland. This is a personal game for the Steelers a little bit. But Aaron Rodgers, again, we're talking about 41 years old. The touch is still there. The rhythm is not. We talked about that with the Jets last year. So I think the Vikings will be okay, especially with their defense going up against the Steelers. There's not a lot besides DK Metcalf that scares you on the Steelers offense. The only thing I'd be worried about is if Carson Wentz holds the ball a little bit longer this time. They've got some pass rushers that can get in your face.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers has been out of the NFC North long enough, but I think it would still hurt. I think it would still hurt to go all the way out there and lose to Aaron Rodgers. But what do you think, or just what's your prediction for the game?
I like the Vikings in this game. I know I said I didn't feel great about maybe I shouldn't feel great again, then they can blow out the Steelers. I think the Vikings win this. Like you said, there's also that Aaron Rodgers factor of he kind of wanted to be in Minnesota. He wanted to maybe be the quarterback that's running the Vikings right now. The Vikings weren't as interested. It's kind of funny now that they're with a different quarterback anyway. But yeah, I like the Vikings in this game. I think that their defense is just too much. The Steelers, their pace, their rhythm is just not where it should be. I do think it's going to be close, though, because of the Steelers' defense.
Is this Carson Wentz's job to lose, or is it too early to tell?
I think, everyone in that building, I think, wants to just take it one game at a time. But I think there's an acknowledgement, they might not be saying it, that this is kind of, he brought some stability. All they've needed, really, is just a stable hand at quarterback. That's what they were hoping J.J. McCarthy could slide in and be. Yeah. I think as long as you're winning football games, you're not going to get a pushback in the locker room from saying, oh, we're going to make this switch. J.J. McCarthy looked like a guy who could stand to use a few more weeks, a few more months watching and learning. So,
some big additions. Christian Darrisaw came back to the line. Also, Jordan Addison comes back this way, too. So, what's your prediction? Final score?
I'll go 24-20 Vikings.
Okay, so you still got a close game.
Yeah.
You still got a close game.
Yeah.
Okay.
An entertaining one. Defensive touchdown again?
I wouldn't rule it out.
Really?
Again, I think with the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers has honestly looked pretty decent. At his age, his legs, putting the ball where it needs to be when he needs to. Yeah. The problem is the protection. He didn't have a great line with the Jets. He doesn't have a great one with the Steelers. And again, besides DK Metcalf, there's just not a lot of guys that scare you on Pittsburgh's
explosiveness.
offense. Yeah.
All right. Well, Cody, as always, great to talk with you.